All right. Where are we starting?
All right. So I've been continuing down on Beat the Backlog. Beat the Backlog is now at 50 of 102 entries completed. This last week just fucking flew by that shit. So I'm going to try and go through these as succinctly but clearly as possible. In order that I played them, I have a nice little chart in front of me, so thank God that's there, or otherwise this would be impossible. Number one on the list is Ina Dream Barbecue, which is free.
Cool.
So there's a good start. It is, from what I can tell, a weird as walk around and see game based off of a YouTube series. Super psychedelic imagery, super gonzo, like I don't know if I would even call it a plot.
Okay.
Some very, very light platforming, for some very light collectathon, search around. It's mainly just a thing that looks fucking cool, and it's cool to hang out in and see weird shit and talk to weird characters. Vinny is voicing a character named Dracula, who's like a fake vampire. Half of the characters speak different languages. Of note, one of the tutorial characters is the only character I have ever seen in a video game ever to speak the Quebec French.
Wow.
Like unmistakably Quebecois. Super weird. I felt very seen, which was very strange.
Huh. So this is just all vibes, wild vibes.
It's a lot of vibes. I don't know. I didn't get that far into it. I don't know if there's like game stuff in it, but it's cool. It's really cool. And also it's free. You technically already own it. It's apparently like 3-4 hours long. It's just
is that what we're calling free things now? We're just putting the Uno school of thought onto everything free.
It came with your Xbox.
Dude. You already own it. It's free. Yeah, okay.
I have the oldest Xbox known to man. Yeah, well, you should have it. Come on.
Reggie just said there's a Quebecois dude in what movie was it? Something. Anyway, whatever. Random cameo. All right.
But yeah, Ina Dream Barbecue, super cool.
Nice animation.
Free. You have it. It's got a bunch of cool voice acting in it.
You have Ina and Uno.
You have it. Next up is a game called Time Flies, in which you play as a tiny little fly in a completely black and white environment. And all you do is you fly around and buzz and do things, and it looked like a kind of like a little sandbox game where, oh, I strummed a little guitar by flying past it, or I tickled a person's feet by landing on it, that kind of thing. But then when you die after 84 seconds, because you live in Canada and the average life expectancy of Canadians is 84 years, it changes your time in the game to whatever country you live in. After you do that, you get a bucket list. And you discover that the bucket list for this little fly is stuff like learn an instrument, or make a revolution, or meet a fan, or tickle somebody's feet, or make somebody laugh, or these little things. So you have to use your 84-second life to buzz around and see how you can possibly do all these little bucket lists in one life.
Interesting. Okay.
And there's cute little tricks like stuff you can do with clocks. And then after you finish that bucket list, you move on to a different environment with a different bucket list and continue on. It's very much like Untitled Goose Game, but with flies.
With flies, yeah, okay.
The interesting thing is that I did a lot of exploring in the first room and found like a secret puzzle piece and said 1 of 12. So there's a meta layer on top of it.
Okay. Or minutes.
Super charming little minute game about how to be a fly and do silly fly things. It's really very.
How many of these games that you're playing do you like scroll down and see like reviewed by 10 people?
A couple.
Okay, because not everything that comes in is like a huge hit.
Some of it's like quite obscure.
I assume that most of what comes in is like, oh, this was a blind spot that we had to some thing that was popping off.
Sometimes it's like an outrageous piece of fucking shit that they just want to go ha ha. Right?
Even
yeah. So next up is a game that I got off of GOG called Total Overdose.
Why do I know that?
Because you've seen it. but you didn't play it because it looked like it would have been bad.
Yes.
Because
okay.
it is a Max Payne type of game, but in like
Yes.
Mexico. So Total Overdose is super ridiculous. It's from the aughts kind of like era of like Grand Theft Auto.
Max Payne. Right.
Supposedly we played it on Mystery Box, but I can't remember. And it is a pretty decent Max Payne like knockoff that actually has way more gameplay depth than Max Payne does.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because you can do shoot dodging, but you can also do wall running, wall flips, wall dives. There's a headshot mechanic. There's also an open world with cars and vehicles that you can drive around.
Spicy move. This was the origin of Spicy Move. Yes,
it's got spicy moves.
Right,
it's got a killer Mexico soundtrack. It's super silly. It's super like it was. And as I'm playing it, and I'm like consistently impressed at like how much stuff is in it and how like individually successful all these little pieces are. I'm like, God damn it! I hope this was made anywhere but Mexico, anywhere but Mexico. And sure enough, the developers for Total Overdose are in Copenhagen, Denmark.
Yeah.
Which means that they are outrageous, incorrigible Mexaboos.
This is Copenhagen's interpretation of Mexico.
So you get like a spicy move, which is you running around with like two guitar cases that just shoot a bunch of guns and all sorts of stuff.
Mariachi.
It's so much more impressive than I would have thought. This game just like it definitely had the chops that like Max Payne and like maybe like Grand Theft Auto 3 had in terms of tone and what was going on and how it actually played. But for whatever reason, it just didn't get that groundswell it needed. And that company eventually went under, I think, after Chili Con Carnage came out.
Oh my God. Okay, but the flow of gameplay also is like Drake and the 99 Dragons. Like running up the wall, it's got that same flavor to it.
It's punching above its weight.
Wow.
It's super cool.
Loco move.
Next up, I played Clover Pit. Which is Balatro, but a slot machine.
Uh-oh.
And
there's more than one of these.
It's pretty good. It's also like buckshot roulette, but a slot machine. And so you're like you start it up and it literally says "Let's go gambling," with the little voice line and everything. And so what you're doing is you're trying to hit certain dollar amounts by hitting the slot machine, and then you're going and buying like upgrades that, you know, give like Vampire Survivor or like Balatro Joker style upgrades to your slot machine. And then you keep going and doing upgrades. And I was like, I have to stop playing this right now.
Okay.
And then I stopped playing it, and it was like, holy shit, 48 minutes have gone by.
Okay.
That's disgusting. So I cannot play Clover Pit. Can't do it.
I beat Slots and Daggers. Like I completed that.
Yeah.
So this is
but it's a really good one of those.
Okay.
It's a really I glazed out. Like I straight up like unfocused and entered the grandma zone of the slot machine.
Yeah. The danger's there.
Yeah. Great game, super cool. But slot machine.
Oh yeah. No, dude, I hit credits on Ball X Pit. Like I will fucking like I you know, I'll get sucked in.
I saw someone describe it as a certified baby scrambler in my chat when I was playing it. And I was like, yes, absolutely.
Keep
100%.
them away. Okay. Balatro but thing is it's a genre that is it's starting to grow legs.
So next up, Paige actually dropped by for this one. We played Road to Empress. Woolie, have you heard about Road to Empress?
Can't say I have.
So Road to Empress is part of a new type of video game blowing up the charts on Steam. It is translated C-dramas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like full-blown C-drama.
Live action. Okay.
Okay.
And the video game is What?
The video game is making choices and the occasional, very rare quick time event.
Did they turn a show into a game?
No. This is Road to Empress.
Okay.
There are 100 of endings. Many of them end with your doom and death.
Is it like
so you are
the mobile game where it's like pick between the pregnant Empress and
yes, it is, Wooly.
Yeah, okay.
It is just like
that. Okay. I know. I got it. Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Road to Empress, you are playing a lady in waiting / future possible consort for the Imperial Kingdom, and you go down there along with all the other hopefuls. And then what happens immediately? Some bitch drops her fucking peony brooch and says, "Oh, I should give this to you. It's your brooch." But guess what, Wooly? Wearing that brooch makes the consort of kindness go nuts because she's so jealous of all these young women. So she has you branded with the brooch as an iron, and then you die.
Oh.
So then you decide to be like, no, it was actually her brooch, and then you argue about it. And oh no, now you both die.
Are you in the Animus?
Yeah.
Why are you glitching out?
Then you restart, and then you go on and you're trying to make waves, but don't make too many big waves because all these women, they're all in fighting. They're all out to get you. And there's the prince, and the prince is pretty handsome, but that other prince was not.
Yeah. No. The guy with the long hair though, because the prince is hot, but the other hot guy is hot too. So
and it's like, hey man, do you want to watch some fucking C dramas? Like maybe play Choose Your Own Adventure. And the
His
answer
bangs
is
are
yeah,
perfect.
dude. I totally do.
Scandalous.
So yeah, no, Road to Empress is super cool. It's awesome.
Don't fall for the long-haired prince. It never ends well.
The game also has a really so it has leaderboards. And I was really confused as to what the fuck the leaderboards were because it's a choose your own adventure game that has like death endings. It's like you ever play like Space Quest or King's Quest?
Yeah.
Okay, it's that level of like choice-based fatality, but like in an FMV game.
Okay.
Right?
I mean,
so how can there be a leaderboard? And so the leaderboard is for every character in the game, as you play through Road to Empress, you unlock like gifts, or I think it's like tomatoes. And you can give gifts to the characters you like and throw tomatoes at the characters you don't like. And that's what the leaderboard is. The leaderboard is just a popularity chart for all the characters in the game.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, rotten eggs, not tomatoes. My mistake. But yeah, no, it's super cool. It's super cool.
I mean, I think the first FMV game I ever saw was like Gabriel Knight and then Phantasmagoria. And then after Night Trap, I feel like we had a long power gap, so it might be time to return.
There's others
to FMV.
China has discovered that Steam likes C dramas, so there's more coming.
Well, because after Her Story and what the fuck was it, like Something Night or whatever, the one there's that one movie game that was Something Night.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, I thought this trend was over with, but
bro, I want East Asian telenovelas. That's what I want.
Late Shift. There we go.
And
interesting.
And Road to Empress is definitely one of those. I played Haunty. That's Hauntii, which is a super charming, like black and white kind of little ghost game about escaping hell. It's kind of like a little baby Zelda.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's very charming. It's very cute. I have a strong suspicion it's not very long, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I played a game called High Fleet, which is a sicko game for freaks. It is the Dune game for people who play Caves of Cud or Dwarf Fortress. So like the tutorial is like, here's how to chart your airship in this weird alternate history to the location. Now land it properly with like realistic thrust mechanics, and then go back out and then go to the shop and outfit your stuff while doing political maneuver. It's a real sicko game for logistic freaks.
Name again?
High Fleet.
Okay.
It's for sickos. And if you're a sicko, if you're like, oh yeah, I love these like low graphics, like absurd, complicated, like in-depth mean games with no tutorialization. Oh yeah, it probably is awesome, but not for me. No, thank you.
Pretty HUD.
Remember how I said Arkham City feels like the epitome of like the 7th gen? So I also played Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
So I played the first Tomb Raider reboot, and I didn't play the second Tomb Raider reboot.
So this is the third one. Yeah.
I threw in the third one.
I don't know shit about this, dude. Like, I know that first one. We QA'd the fuck out of it, but
it opens up with like a dramatic car crash. Plane crash, and then it opens up with Lara deep in a pit of very tight rocks, as she has to like climb out of the pit and like scrape her young body against the rocks and grunt and groan on her way out.
It's still fucking injury porn.
Still, yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm like, all right, let's go raid some tombs. And it drops me into like this like cutscene of like trying to figure out who some bad guys are at some party. And then it's like a forced slow walk and talk for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm out. I'm done. Like I didn't like, I played it for, I don't know, like 20, 25 minutes and did not get to the part where I could jump.
Yeah. I mean, Tomb Raider Remake 1 had that too. Like there's some slowdown. Yeah, but
like my tolerance for it is low now.
Yeah,
like I don't want 20 minutes of walk and talk at the beginning. I don't like it.
So then, what was the person hoping you would get to there? Like, what was?
I put that on there.
Oh, okay. You wanted to know
all those. I bought that whole trilogy for like $6, like a couple of years ago. Okay, and I wanted to see what the fuck was up with the third one.
So your choices are just also influenced by what's on sale.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Or what's actually just hanging out on my Steam backlog for realsies. Also of note is that when Lara is crawling through the rocks, I was like, so she's not being horribly injured, but I described the camera work. Like you're a big fan of like, oh, the camera's talking to you.
Yep.
Like the camera's telling you something.
Yep.
And what the camera in Shadow of the Tomb Raider is telling you is that you are close enough to smell Lara. Like it's in smell distance. You know what I mean? Like it's too close to actually get the whole character in frame.
You're not focusing on anything particularly explicit, but you're so up in there that you can almost see the wafting.
In an area that shouldn't allow a camera in, like, you know?
It doesn't have to focus on body parts for that to be a thing. I know the energy.
Those games are like so degenerate horny. It's so weird because they won't admit it. That's the part. They think they're slick. They think they're
because
they're on the down low, but they're not.
Because the first one, there's two things going on. Is one, they played Resident Evil 4 and they went, yo, right?
Which is a fair reaction, yeah.
And then it was like, oh, like what, like how do you establish the grit and how tough this character is to start off with these crazy injuries and show how she overcomes it. She's a survivor. Yeah. But then it just keeps happening and over and over and over again, you know? And it
reminds me of when I was playing BioShock Infinite, the DLC, and there's a scene in which Elizabeth is like being threatened with like a lobotomy, and it's like very close and very intimate, and it's like tap 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 on like her skull, and somebody in the chat said, wow, you would never have this scene with a guy ever. Ever. You would never have this like super close intimate scene. Like there's a weird like creepy sex current to it. And yeah, all those Tomb Raider games totally feel like that. Like there's totally like a weird undercurrent of like, oh, I want to protect her because she's getting hurt so much. But you're the one who designed her to get hurt in all these situations. That's you.
Yeah, no, I feel like if there ever is moments like that, I'm popping the fuck off. Like,
all right, so I'm gonna. I see some folks saying, "What about Dead Space 2?" Dead Space. There is a difference between a person being restrained and forcibly attacked in a weird, intimate way, and somebody doing something to themselves. Context is very important. It's very important. Anyway, moving on.
Love when the camera talks to you.
Yeah, I played something called Shape of Dreams, which purports to be like a roguelike Diablo, but it actually feels like a MOBA and doesn't have the juice.
Wow.
So that is the end of that discussion. Speaking of juice, the next one is Ultros. Have you seen Ultros?
I know that name.
It's the Metroidvania that looks like it's made out of goo.
Yes.
It's made out of goo and slop.
Yes.
It is really weird. It is really, really, really quite
I might
strange.
already own this, but I don't think I tried it yet.
It has a super like acid psychedelic art style. It is a well-controlling, but not crazy well-controlling Metroidvania that has, you know, a bunch of goop upgrades. It has a really strange thing where as you kill enemies, you eat them and then you build up some stats and then you cash them out for your core abilities like wall jumping and counters and stuff like that. And then you beat the first boss and the game loops you back to the beginning and changes things on the ship that you're on and removes all of your Metroidvania abilities again.
Okay.
So you have to do, I think, like 6 or 7 loops, and every time you do that loop, you are building back up your kit.
I truly believe that, like, if you showed Chris Nolan this trailer, he might just die.
Yeah, that's possible.
It's
definitely possible.
So, like, this game is so unafraid of color. It's fucking, like, I applaud it.
It's kind of eye-searing.
I applaud how much it loves the full spectrum of colors.
It likes saturated color is what it likes. And everything's goo and mess and gorp.
Every single screen has the full gamut on it. It has the full palette, you know?
It's super cool. Moving on, we've got Night Runner's Prologue. Night Runner's Prologue also has a demo. And it is a jank ass CRT style old racing game in like nighttime Japan highways. Crazy good aesthetic.
Swag.
Pretty good racing. Great soundtrack. Super bare bones. Super bare bones. Free demo, right? Super cool. Not a whole lot there.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Okay.
But you do own it, so you might as well try it out. The next one that I put on the list, and I put this one on the list because I have to know, and I thought people would be interested in seeing me having to know. I put on Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta Snake Eater.
Ah, okay, just to know.
Just to know.
Mm-hmm.
So I played it for about 2 hours, and I discovered things that I did not know. So I originally looked at that and went, I don't get the point of this game. This remake seems completely pointless. Right? I had just replayed the HD collection version of Snake Eater and was like, this completely holds up immaculately.
What'd you play it on?
PC.
Okay.
I ran it at 4K. It looked gorgeous, etc. So I'm playing Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, and I did notice a couple of things. One, if you remember from the original trailers, they just used the same voice acting, which was the right decision. And it looked like they used the same character animation. So it looked really janky because it was very old animation with super high-end models. I don't know if they changed something, but they definitely smoothed something out because now that animation no longer looks janky. It looks really smooth, looks quite good. So at the bare minimum, this is a like gorgeous looking remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. And it does have the addition for the very old camera, like the top-down camera, which no one should ever use, and the new one with new controls, which are more or less the same.
So in terms of why does this exist, in terms of that question, I think I have a pretty straightforward answer that I thought from the jump, which is Kojima is gone, and we tried to do something embarrassing, and MGS Survive happened, and let's never fucking do that again. Let's just stick to what has been established, because we don't want to have to write anything, because we can't. Let's remake what was already good and just make it shinier.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why does it exist, like, for me when I have this other version?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. But, like, we want Metal Gear as a franchise to continue making money, but we don't have the ability to write new things into it, therefore.
Yeah. So it also it plays like the new controls play like a cross between Snake Eater and like MGS5. Like it is not the same as MGS5's, but it is a little more modern. It's fine. I like it. There are, however, two really massive change. Oh, it also includes like a bunch of like every mode, like Snake versus the Apes and Snake versus Bomberman are there, as well as there is a multiplayer mode. It's not as good. I've been told it's not as good as the original Snake versus Guards or anything like that, but there is a working multiplayer mode that you can play. There are two things, though, that really, and I mean really, made a huge difference in the early game. The second of which is that when you go into your camouflage meter, right, your little menu, and pick a camouflage, it saves that camouflage to a quick list, and hitting up and down on the D-pad just selects from all the camos you've picked, and it tells you what your camo index will be when you put it on.
Oh.
And when you hit like down to like select olive drab and let go, it will just, there'll be like a 1 second load screen and your camo will be switched and you will just go throughout the rest of the state. So that is a massive improvement.
Shit. Yo, style switching in DMC3?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's not the big one. The big one is that I went to shoot a guard with the Mark 22 Hush Puppy. And the Mark 22 Hush Puppy in Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta has bullet drop, and it has a lot of bullet drop. So from like 15 feet away, you wouldn't notice any difference. But as a result, you cannot snipe people from 20, 25 feet away with the Hush Puppy anymore. And that one balance change completely recontextualizes the entirety of MGS3.
Okay.
And makes me much more excited to play it because the trank gun in 2 and 3 was ridiculous. It was it was crazy how good it was.
It like in 2, it just neutralized the entire video game. In fact, I would say in Metal Gear Solid 2, it turned the franchise into a different feeling thing. It became a walk and sleep, instead of the sneak. Yeah.
So it changes it to like, oh, I have to actually do a bunch of these areas, like a real stealth game, instead of just taking out the binoculars,
point and sleep,
zooming in, and then switching to the thing. As a result, I'm much more interested in playing it because that is a much more interesting way to actually encounter a bunch of the encounters in the game.
Does the dart drop off also apply to like lethal guns as well? Okay. If you want to do Murder Snake, yeah, all right.
Well, because guns in that game, like silencers, have what do you call it? Like
durability.
They have durability, and when you kill a guard, their blood is there, and then it's harder to hide them. And there's like a whole bunch of different things, and also that changes the boss fight with the Sorrow. So yeah, okay, the game totally has like objective value, even for somebody like me who's played that original to death, as well as looking nice. Didn't run as well as I would have hoped, but what are you gonna do? I played Risk of Rain Returns.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't like Risk of Rain 2 very much. Risk of Rain 1 is like the exact same game as Risk of Rain 2, just in 2D. Has way better vibe than Risk of Rain 2. Like it's way like lonelier, like grungier vibe. Yeah, it's all right. It's charming. Not my kind of thing. It played well enough and I understood it a little bit better. Maybe I'll go back to Risk of Rain 2. But yeah, it really feels like, hey, for people that loved Risk of Rain 1, that old version is kind of really old. Like when you turn up the resolution, your character becomes like 2 pixels tall and the game becomes like an unplayable mess.
Risk of Rain Returns is a remaster of the first game?
Of the first one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I played EX Zodiac, which is a Star Fox clone.
Yes, X Zodiac, that I know.
And it's a pretty good Star Fox clone. That's it. Like all information required is there.
Popped this on the list a while ago. I saw a good trailer.
That's what that game
Twitter.
is.
Well,
that's literally what that game
Star
is.
Fox clone, but like with like I want to say like Sega Outrun like background stuff going on.
3D, what's it called? 3D World something stages.
3D World Runner, like
3D World Runner.
Almost, yeah, or you know, like there's even
Fantasy Zone, yeah.
Sure. There's a little bit of that specific. You're traveling along a checkerboard floor coloring thing going on. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Controls well, looks cool, has the same like kind of aesthetic that it needs to. It's cool. I played a game that everyone has been yelling at me I have mispronounced. It's spelled Gnosia, which I would pronounce as Nocia, because GN makes a silent G in English. I have been informed that it's not. It's Genosia.
Genosia?
Supposedly.
I might have said nausea. Just looking at
whatever.
It. Sure. Okay.
It is one of the weirdest fucking things I've played in this whole thing. So I'll start with the fact that I hate it. Let's just start there.
Okay.
Like I absolutely fucking hate it. I hate it a lot. So it's a visual novel, and it is a visual novel on like a spaceship that is you doing a visual novel storyline of rounds of Among Us, where there's one person on the ship that is Genosia or whatever, which is like an evil alien presence, and will kill someone in your sleep during the hypersleep trip on your spaceship, and you have to figure out who it is, and there's visual novel elements to it as well as running rounds like Werewolf or Among Us or whatever. And the first thing that I noted, it is the only visual novel I have ever played in my entire life that had bad controls.
What does that mean?
How? You're like, how could a visual novel have bad controls?
You click or walk.
That's so you don't walk, you don't do anything, you only click. So the game wants you at the end of discussions, like, you know, at the end of the thing, they're like, hit W to talk. So it won't load up your choices. It will go, no, hit the W button to talk. So you hit W to talk, and then I'm like, some choices load up. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll hit W and A and S to move up and down, right? No. W is to talk or not talk. Once you've hit W to talk, use the arrows up and down on your keyboard to move up and down your choices.
Oh, was this like a phone game?
I don't know.
That got turned into something, because I feel like you run into weird UI problems every time they try to take something. It's a port.
And then you might be like, man, I'll hit spacebar to move through dialogue or make choices.
Vita.
No, only the enter key.
Vita port.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And someone said that it has controller support. The controller support did not work when I played it, so I'll judge it against the controls of its native platform. I was playing it on the PC.
Thanks, playism. Yeah. Okay.
The dialogue didn't sell me. The controls for a visual novel was poor. The core concept is interesting, but yeah, nothing about it sold me at all.
The fashion on some of these characters is pretty interesting. Some of these characters are dressed in a cool way. They're kind of weird and out there. I don't mind some of these designs.
Nothing about it appealed to me at all, and I came away going, how did you do bad controls on a visual novel?
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah. But
that's unbelievable.
But as far as like some people wearing like space fashion goes, like I'm like, oh yeah, there's some characters I'm looking at here. Anyway, Genosha.
I also got like a very strange reaction when I had that, which was I checked it out on Steam, and the Steam reviews are overwhelmingly positive. And there are actually a lot of comments in that particular backlog video about how great the game is and how much people love it. And that's crazy because I hate it so much. It must be good to some degree. It must have like a cool story, but like my first impression was, oh, this controls like shit. I should rename Beat the Backlog to first impressions are important. And if you make a video game, you should have good controls.
It seems like it's currently in the discussion because an anime just came out.
Yeah, that is probably why. Moving on, I played a game called Majesty HD, which is a re-release of a very old game called Majesty, which is a top-down Sims, like not quite RTS, which
Majesty Gold?
No, Majesty HD.
Okay.
I don't know. It's one of those. It seems like a classic, and a bunch of people in my audience really liked it. It is also like decades old and has no tutorialization and did not come with a manual. So I picked the first mission and could not make heads or tails of it at all. Like I put it on like my pass like criteria, but like I honestly can't make any real judgment on it at all because couldn't figure it out even a little.
Majesty Gold HD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone in my comments said made this like multiple 1,000-word essay about how I was playing the game wrong, to which I would say, I don't know, probably because the game has no tutorial.
Release date 23rd of March 2001. Sounds about right.
So okay. I played an RPG Maker game called Super Lesbian Animal RPG.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
Yes. I think I saw the clip of the kiss.
Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah. I saw. Okay, so I saw that and I was like, "Is this Freedom Planet too?"
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So it is the gayest video game I've ever played. And it definitely wears that on its sleeve. You are playing as a trans lesbian furry who is dating her butch lesbian girlfriend, who they want to get into magical adventures or heroism in their gay furry world made out of pastel colors. On top of that, the writing feels incredibly appropriate for the group of people and subject matter contained within. It definitely has like young lesbian new girlfriend energy. If you remember that.
Okay.
Like in your 20s, just absolutely fucking like
fawning all over.
Embarrassing levels of fawning.
Yeah. So the good stories are the ones where it like kind of focuses on how that naivete backfires hard on you.
No, I don't know. This seems to just play it straight.
Okay.
So like I think the funniest bit is that the core concept of your main character is that she only wants to be an adventurer or whatever, is to be a paladin so she can heal her tougher girlfriend, which is like half of the MMO people I've met in my life. That's the story, is your significant other gets into MMOs like, oh, I don't know I'll play a healer. I'll play support.
Damn.
This game. In addition to that, it is a very competently put together RPG Maker RPG.
Oh, this looks great.
Every single asset bespoke. Every single enemy is like a cute little pun.
Every single screen, even the company logo of the game dev is gay. Like everything is fucking all in on it. Phenomenal.
There's a line of dialogue in it where they will look at each other and go, "That's pretty gay." like it's on point.
Yeah. Okay.
It is on point. Also, the color palette is like gorgeous.
Insane.
It's a very gay color palette. Yes. Obviously, it's from the flags.
Assignment understood. Mission accomplished.
It is like
overstand.
The most, like,
Overstand.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
There are. Oh, somebody reminded me. There are some sliders in it. When you go into the options at the very bottom is sliders for if the game is art and if the game is political.
On both sides.
Yeah, so you can go into the options and put like 0 to 100 if the game is political or not, or if the game is art or not.
It's a little too political,
which is
for me.
Really funny.
I don't know about that.
It also like oh, and there's also a Ludo narrative dissonance slider. I forgot.
Okay, good. Oh yeah. No, I mean,
but it's also just like super charming, and the RPG elements like really work. So like one of the first things that I noticed in the very first battle you have with your girlfriend is that when they're in the same party, they both gain the special ability Kiss.
Yeah.
And if you kiss your partner, you get a 15% bonus to your stats for 5 turns, which is crazy. So it means before every fight of note,
always kiss. Always kiss. Is it the same animation? Is it the same little MS Paint?
No, it is not. It's not the little MS Paint animation. It's just like a first person like RPG. But super charming, super cool.
Man, all gamers wanted
really
was a way.
Game.
All gamers wanted was a way to turn off the woke, and it's look, you've got an option for that now. So
it's in there. You can put that game at 100% political or not, whatever. So that game's cool. I played a game called Fly Night, which was in some of the indie awards. I didn't know what it was. Fly Night is a King's Quest game, but you play as a fly.
Okay.
It is an old style King's Quest game that does not believe in textures. Everything is super fucking flat. Everything is super old style 3D. And it's a solid ass Kingsfield game.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
It's cool. I played.
Somebody was upset with FromSoft's direction change and decided to take it upon themselves.
Oh, did I say King's Quest? I meant King's Field. My mistake. I'm talking about the old From Software games.
I somehow knew that.
Yeah, you knew I meant that.
Yes, I somehow gathered correctly. Yes.
Yeah. So you know Aspire Media, how they suck shit.
ASPYR
remasters that are terrible. So the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver remaster is excellent. It's like one of the best re-releases of a game I've ever seen in my life. It's super clean. The new graphics are like much better, but they're also like just layered on top of the old graphics. And you know that because if you click R3 at any time ever, it will switch to the PS1 graphics.
Okay.
So you can
go back right
switch it back
away.
and forth during every cutscene.
Oh god, I did QA for a bunch of Aspire shit, so I'm just trying to like fly through because there's so much they port.
I know.
And I remember it being a mixed bag, but
yeah. No, it's super solid. It runs like the Dreamcast version did. All the voice acting is intact and all the sound quality is good. Everything's rock solid. And the thing that stood out to me that they really cared is that you must remember the Soul Reaver 1 like CG intro where Kain throws Raziel into the pit.
No, dude.
It was a super, super, super high-end CG cutscene, right? And the unfortunate reality is that a lot of times you get these remasters and you're like, oh, well, you know, here's the upscaled version of the cutscene. No, I don't know how they did it or how they found it. They found the original file, I guess, because the cutscenes are clearly the original files being re-rendered at a 4K resolution.
Okay.
Like it is not upscaled. It is like it is the real deal.
Okay.
Done good. It looks great.
Yeah, I have seen. I think I've seen more of Blood Omen than I've seen of Soul Reaver. I think overall,
that's nuts.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
That's fucking nuts.
Because people were playing that at Microplay back in the day, and I was watching someone play a good like half an hour or an hour of Blood Omen. But I did pick up Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered as a consideration for the future.
Yeah, no, those games are great. Soul Reaver. There was a point where people were like, is Soul Reaver PlayStation Zelda? And like the answer is like kinda if it came out more than never. Moving on, I played Parking Garage Rally Circuit. It's a very cute, very retro style game where you're doing time trials around a little parking lot in your little PS1 cartoon car. Plays well, has Ridge Racer 4 drifting and Mario Kart drifting combined. It feels really good. The game's option menu is the old Game Gear option. No, Game Genie menu, like with the purple and the gray.
Yeah.
And you pick like between like 4 different versions, which is like original hardware or like emulated on a handheld or the PC port of this fake game that never came out.
And these are all these little RC Pro-Am cars. I love it.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Love it.
I played Scrandle.
Yep. Did you try Evil Mode?
I did not try Evil Mode. I played about an hour or so of Scrandle.
You played an hour of Scrandle? Damn. Yeah. How'd that go?
British people have to stop.
They're not just British. It's all over.
Like,
it's Europe.
I'm well aware it's all over. But like, it gave me an excuse to call out British people in my chat for what the fuck is up with the phrasing of we went and got a Chinese and it's like 4 pieces of chicken on top of fries.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, scran is apparently the word for the food you buy at a stadium when you're going to watch a footy match. And there's a browser game called Scrandle where you have to pick between 2 choices and you have to choose which most people online agreed was a better value. So it's
which includes the price.
Yes, it's not just about which is more appetizing or which looks gross. It's what is more worth it for the cost of what you're getting.
Crazy.
That throws the wrench so hard into the works.
The amount of British foods that are just like a thing on top of fries is like outrageous. Outrageous.
And like, yeah, I see just say street food, but it's like it's not street food.
No, it's not. It's stadium.
It's food. Stadium food. It's particular to that environment.
Yeah.
Always at the pitch with a footy game happening in the background.
I saw American dishes, I saw Italian dishes, I saw a lot of Brazil dishes, I saw some Hungarian dishes, and like by far the British stuff was like the worst every single time.
Oh, dude.
Unbelievable.
Like gray hot dogs. And you're like, not the good kind of gray hot dog. Like the one that used to be pink.
Yeah.
But the color's gone now. So evil mode is it takes both sides and fucks with the color by inverting it, or sometimes making it black and white, or sometimes making it blurry.
So stupid.
So you can't fully see what the scran is versus another obfuscated scran.
Yeah.
How many times, how many different disappointing ways can you see a piece of fucking craft singles dropped on some shit? Like, take a sad meal and drop a craft single on it, and just your heart will sink.
I got to see, and sometimes you get to see like some of the worst things on the site. So like the one that I got that was the worst thing I saw that day was like a pink uncooked hot dog on top of a hot dog bun for like $10. I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. God. That's unbelievable. The
dry McCain fries, the super fucking frozen kind where you crack it open and it's just like you hear a snap because it hasn't been fucking cooked through.
Unbelievable. I played a game called Pajama Sam. No need to hide when it's dark outside. Couldn't get OBS to capture it.
The fuck?
It's an old game. It uses scum.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked.
My monitors would go crazy every time I loaded it up.
Okay.
Couldn't get, no, fuck it. I played a RPG called WrestleQuest.
This guy. Oh, I know this character. Okay, yeah. WrestleQuest. Yes.
Have you played WrestleQuest?
No, but back in the day we were considering this. Did we do it? We either did it or considered it for no. Is this from back then?
I don't know, but we never did that on the channel. Never.
Okay. Was there a Kickstarter?
I don't know.
I know WrestleQuest for some reason. It either was a Kickstarter way back when, or we talked about it during the WrestleMania era or something.
So WrestleQuest is one of the weirdest concepts. It takes place in a toy box, a magical toy box, in which all the toys are real and have come to life, like Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
But the child that owns this toy box just has a shit ton of wrestling dolls, just a ton of them. And the beginning, like the narrator of like, hey, let's see what happened, and the story of the WrestleQuest is a podcast hosted by Jeff Jarrett.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? And then you go into it, and like the first thing you see is like this like 100-foot tall statue of Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
And talking about how your main character loves Randy Savage so much, and he wants to grow up to be just like him. And it is this like weirdly official, has tons of real wrestlers in it, like Jake the Snake and Jeff Jarrett and these people, but also has a bunch of knockoff characters made up. That is like the most inside wrestling shit you could ever imagine. The RPG is like a Mario and Luigi style kind of action thing, but it also includes like when you fatigue an enemy by beating them up, you have to pin them and do a little pinning mini game, or you have to psych up the crowd and you build up your entrance with like a bunch of custom entrance stuff.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Like, instead of choosing classes, you choose how you get hype. Are you a technical wrestler? Are you a strong man? Are you the underdog?
I think this game, I might have known about it either behind the scenes from a while back, or that there was like a legal thing that happened with it, and then it got to the state it's in now. But there's some sort of backstory to this game for a while that I remember from years ago.
So your special moves are called gimmicks. And one of the first things that you do is you play legally distinct Bret Hart. And his buddy who's like a moose wrestler in fake RPG Canada. And you have been chosen to get heat over on the new guys and push them up. So you have to do the boss fight, but you also have to do the boss fight in a specific way and like let them kick out so they can get the big finish. At which point leads to them talking shit to you after the match, and your buddy telling them to like be careful, or if you want to shoot, we'll shoot. And I'm man, this is for like a subsection of freaks.
So years ago during WrestleMania, we workshopped the idea of a wrestling game where you would actually have to sell as part of the game.
I remember that.
And this is the closest I think you're getting to that.
By far. This game is for smarks. This game is for smart marks through and through. Like there's in some of the little dungeons, there's like a Metroidvania thing where there's a table blocking your way.
Nice.
So you have to get a gimmick coin for the type of table it is, so that you can manifest a Lego character and slam through the table the right way so you can go like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could find that was like a downside is when I went to the Steam reviews, the game came out in 2011 and it has some serious bugs that just never got fixed because the game was never supported long term.
Okay, it is an old thing, because I'm looking at this that says release date 2023, and I'm like, there's no way, because this had legal problems a long time ago. Like, anyway, yeah, that's cool. Well,
hold on. Well, maybe I was wrong about 2011, but yeah, no, there are bugs that just never got fixed.
Yeah, this is bothering me because I feel like whatever, it doesn't matter. This sounds fun. This sounds fun. Nice.
So this seems like the kind of game that I get really, 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 really into, and then encounter like a soft lock, and then be completely miserable about. You know,
great animation though.
Yeah, super cool. I played Raido Kuzunoha, The Mystery of the Soulless Army.
Yeah.
I started the game off and I said, hey, I would like to thank my colleague Woolie Madden for manifesting this game out of nothing. That was really cool that you did that.
So you're playing the remake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see how it's just a different fucking game. It's not an HD at all.
We're gonna. This is by so first of all, Ryodo Kuzunoha versus the Mysterious Army or the Soulless Army or whatever the fuck it's called is a really good RPG. It has very significant problems. You probably went on those problems at length, and the number one of which is like the random battle shit in that game is fucking nuts. It is absolutely crazy.
It's a lot.
So they said, hey, we're going to make a Ryodo. It's called Ryodo Remastered. All right. So what is it? So they said it was going to be a remaster, and now it's out. It is not a remaster. It is a full-blown, exhaustive remake.
Secretly. Making 3D out of 2D environments.
Yeah, the original game was all 2D pre-rendered environments. This game is in full 3D. They have taken the battle system from the second game and put it into the first game. And then added on top of that, so it actually controls awesome. They took every change that the second game added to quality of life stuff and added it here as like the right demon will come out when you need to talk to an NPC. You don't have to switch them in the menu. The game has full voice acting in English.
I got a phone call. I got a phone call from a friend about for a half hour, just yelling about how this is a secret remake and how crazy it is that they did this without telling anybody.
It is nuts. They have taken what I thought was a pretty good but flawed game, and they have just massively improved it. But even though it's all in 3D, they maintain all the camera angles from the first game. So there's a couple areas that there were different pre-rendered backgrounds depending on which way you would enter them. That's in 3D, but the camera will just shift to give you the correct angle. It's super cool.
One of the combat overhauls I remember hearing was the basically sword and gunplay is now just meant to keep the MP up for your demons as they're fighting.
So there's two. There's weak attacks, and the only thing that weak attacks does is increase your mag so that your demons can keep doing their fighting. And then strong attacks, which are your actual damage dealing moves that don't increase your mag.
So you're just you're doing your support skills. You're fighting alongside your monsters, and you're encouraged to use your different attacks or whatever to enhance them to stay out longer, as opposed to running them dry and then switching over to your inferior
and
style.
Then you have
way better
like a dodge that will do like a there's a perfect dodge to get behind enemies. There's the ability to hide your demons on your body to make them dodge AoEs. You get 2 demons out at a time, which was something from the second game, which makes a lot of those fights a lot easier to handle. It's crazy.
And I believe, what my friend was saying is it's suspicious enough that it's okay, clearly, Abaddon King is gonna come. Because you did all the work for it.
Remastered came out this year.
You did all the work for it. The question is some crazy person secretly trying to push them into making another game?
I have to imagine the answer to that is yes.
Because the work is there. You don't go this exhaustive for nothing.
And what they should do is they should make it a new PS2 game. It should not be a fancy like modern game. It should be just another one.
Mega Man 9 it.
Yeah, absolutely. Super cool, really impressive. I don't know why they didn't call it a remake. It's super weird it's called a remaster. It's fucking strange.
Secretly better than what you think it is. Yeah.
It has been rebuilt from the fucking bottom up.
Yeah. Maybe because maybe somebody was not allowed to do that and did so anyways, but they had to keep it secret from, the powers that be.
Yeah. I played a game that you're more familiar with the series than I am called Azer Striker Gunvolt 3.
Okay. I heard good things about the sequels, including 3, where you can do new shit now. I just played that first one. That's all I knew.
So, it controls fairly well. And I got to the second level, which has a cool throw out little talismans to tag a bunch of enemies and then hit an attack, and you go whoa, 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 like you judgment cut through them.
You're playing as Gunvolt?
No, you're playing as some lady, and Gunvolt's a dog that's with you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that would explain where the gameplay improvements came from, I'm sure. Yeah, all right.
And did you play, what was that? mecha game called? Daemon X Machina?
Yep.
Do you remember playing Daemon X Machina and like being like, I wish you would all shut the fuck up so I could play the game?
We yapping.
Nonstop.
Oh boy.
Just like nonstop. Like unbelievable. Unbelievable how much. And all of the dialogue in it is, I'm going to start calling it proper noun dialogue, which is the term the game has invented has gone to the place the game has invented to do the thing the game has invented, and like it all just reads
jargon
like
sci-fi.
nonsense.
Jargon sci-fi. Yeah.
Yeah, jargon. It makes no fucking sense at all. And it's nonstop. And I got this feeling of like the gameplay is fairly solid, but it's not nearly solid enough to make me put up with this like awful story.
Yeah, so Inti Creates back in at least Gunvolt 1, it felt like they wanted to do their own Mega Man Zero series thing, but they also wanted to really distinguish it and make it so that it's not just a bunch of bosses on a Wily select screen. Everyone,
that is literally exactly what I want.
Everyone has a ton of like anime lore and detail to this world that's living full of right. All of that I could look past if the game itself was more fun, but then in the end, the main thing I criticized was Gunvolt's gameplay itself. The main character is passive and unfun.
The girls' gameplay is like fairly good, but I got to like the 10-minute mark and I just started skipping through cutscenes and got mad that I couldn't skip through the dialogue fast enough, which was not a super great sign. So yeah, I was like, no, man, no, that was a pass for me.
I don't know. You know, I'm just thinking like, for some reason, the feel of things, like tagging a bunch of enemies and then doing a big shock to hit them all, just feels like shit to me. It just makes it just completely unfun.
Really? Because then you'd hate that shit, because that's like the core gameplay.
No, I know. I did hate it. I back on Friendcast, I ranted about how much unfun I had playing Gunvolt.
Oh, well, that's the core gameplay.
Yeah. Tagging and
tagging
zapping.
Enemies and then doing a big hit.
Hate it. Completely unfun compared to shooting things and fighting them. But I'm super down with that in like missile Bangai-O kind of form, tagging things with missile and shooting them with a big Atano Circus and doing stuff like that. Like it feels a bit better because sometimes you're engaging, sometimes you're not. But Gunvolt, it was just tag and zap, and I was like, every room sucks. This whole thing sucks.
Yeah, this is tag and slash.
You know, now the music's playing. She's singing.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. I played a game called The Drifter.
Okay.
Which is a one of the only point and click games I have ever played that I really liked. It is about a homeless guy going back to town to get to his mom's funeral. It has a super amazing pixel art style. It also has full voice acting for literally everything. Everything you examine, everything you use, every person you talk to has full voice acting and full narration, which, man, makes a big fucking difference. It controls well with a controller. You hit the right analog stick and a little radio wheel shows up of all the things of interest in your environment and all the symbols on them. And then you hit right trigger and you just walk over and do them.
I love this kind of pixel art.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
It's the voice acting is not just very charming and also very well spoken. It is also Australian, which makes it very different.
The Drifter. Okay, very, very old indie point and click. What's the fucking whatever Lucas Arts point and click games?
Monkey Island kind of thing.
Laura Bow.
Cool.
Police Quest.
Has like straightforward logical progression. It has a cool like little selector for when you go to talk people. The subjects are just pictures at the bottom, little animated pictures of what you would talk about. Very interesting premise.
Gorgeous.
Somebody in town's killing a bunch of homeless people, and your character, for whatever reason, is able to die and then redo events like live, die, repeat, or something like that.
Okay.
Super cool, super impressive, super charming, gorgeous, cheap, well acted. Can't say enough good things. There is a list of backlog games on this list that I am like quietly putting away for later. And this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, old Sierra point and clicks. That's the tangent, man.
only a couple left to go. I played Voin, Voin.
Is that a sound effect?
Yeah, maybe. It's an early access game where you do first-person melee combat. It has really, really, really good first-person melee combat. And it has a stage selector where you would go to like little Skyrim areas and do little open world things with really, really good melee combat. It is also extremely not finished.
Fucking tiny build. That fucking logo every time.
It is extremely not finished. But it's got a really, really, really good parry and really good melee feel.
Early access, $26.
Yeah.
All right.
I played Gotham Knights.
The other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
The one that's not actually an Arkham game at all.
Yeah.
It's the one where you play as Batgirl or Nightwing or the shittiest looking Robin design you've ever seen, or Red Hood.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs really well. So the opening cutscene is a mess, and normally I wouldn't point that out, but the opening cutscene is Batman saying, "I'm dead." Right, like I'm a dead Batman. You guys got to pick up the mantle. And then you are watching. I'm looking right now. So this is 59 minutes. How long is this cutscene? We're up to 13 minutes here.
Damn.
We are up to
the Bat embargo lives.
So it starts at 59 minutes, and you get control of your character at the 1 minute 16. It's 1 hour 16. So it's 17 minutes from hitting start to gaining control.
Walk and talks or just nothing?
Full cutscene. And it's this cutscene of Batman fighting Ra's al Ghul and losing. But the cutscene starts with, if you're seeing this, I'm dead, and then cuts to like a 13-minute scene of him fighting Ra's, and then a 1-minute scene of his funeral, and then a couple minutes of the 4 Bat kids talking around his grave.
Wow.
I needed
45 minutes is what you give these games, right?
I give them whatever now. There's no timer anymore. I give them fucking whatever. So some of them get fucking 40 seconds and others get 2.5 hours.
Oh my god.
So at the 17-minute mark, I got to play, and I picked Red Hood because I'm like, well, this is clearly going to be the stupidest, worst character. So I want to see what they got going on here.
Gunman.
Yeah. So he's using rubber bullets.
I swear.
That's what Red Hood. No, they are.
No, they're rubber bullets. I swear. That's the.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Okay. Well, he's using clean, friendly bullets.
Yeah.
And the gameplay, he feels really bad and sticky and heavy, and the gameplay is like way worse than any of the Arkham games because it's not made by any of the same people, but it's pretending like it is. And I played this game. So this is 59 minutes. I played it for half an hour. And it took half an hour to get to like the first punch and kick fight, which sucked. And I was then later informed that the reason why I had such a bad time is that Red Hood is the worst playing of them all.
Just picked that.
Because the tutorials don't let you do the third-person shooting that is most of his gameplay.
I see. He's not doing Arkham's gameplay with guns?
No, it's knockoff Arkham gameplay. So there's attack and heavy attack, and then triangle is your ranged attack. And every time you kill an enemy, I'm going to take a screenshot here. I'm going to take a screenshot of my own stream and send it to you because it really sums up like everything going on. So every time you kill an enemy, you get a big fat like XP bar on the side of the screen. And damage numbers are coming off of everybody because the game also has like a gear treadmill.
We're getting demolished
Because it's an online co-op multiplayer game.
Okay, yeah. It's not the bat.
So it's schlock. Also, it's one of the only games that was never discounted on this entire list. So it was like $79.99 fucking Canadian. And the game, like, you can get Arkham Knight right now for $29.99. And you should.
Didn't we cover it on this for some reason?
Yeah, because it was a massive bomb.
Right, okay, right.
Because it was a massive fucking bomb.
Right. Did you know that during the Nolan Dark Knight trilogy there was a bat embargo? There was a whole bunch of Batman media that was not allowed to have Batman in it. So they had to use other villains and characters, and there's a whole like thing you can go look up where they were
I did not know that.
From on high. The DC decree was no Batman. Build up all the others.
Okay.
It was.
So yeah, that game sucks.
Yeah.
And then I played a game called Metal Garden, which I think would appeal to you more than it would appeal to me. Metal Garden takes place, it's very gray. It's like outrageously gray. It takes place inside an infinite superstructure. Like there's a show or a manga you told me about. Blame. Yeah, it takes place inside that.
Love it.
Like just an infinite superstructure that everyone can't figure out how to get out of. And it has one of the strangest aesthetics because it feels extraordinarily like a Source game mod, specifically a Half-Life 2 Source engine mod. The way it moves, the way it looks, the way it shoots, the way the sound effects work, the way that when you go to a different level, it gives you like a little loading prompt, like in the same kind of text. The menus all look like circa 2008 Half-Life 2 Source, kind of gray box, very simple. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game. That's pretending to be a Source game. Which is super fucking weird.
Looks very slow, looks very environmental. Yeah. What's good about it?
It has a bunch of shooting in it. It also has a really strange health bar where you have a health bar, and when it depletes and gets to 0, which happens all the time because it's quite difficult, instead of losing your health and dying, you gain an injury. And the injury is can't sprint or can't aim down sights or can't hip fire. And you need to heal your requisite body parts. So your health bar is actually enormous, but every time you lose like 1 pip, you end up taking an injury. It's just a really cool aesthetic and a really cool setting. It's not very long.
You seem to be
shooting. I got about halfway through.
You're shooting Bloodborns.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. There's also some very obvious Demon Souls inspiration. Like there's these cat guys that use like the executioner axe from Demon Souls and run at you. It's cool. It's not set the world on fire, but I thought it was cool. I played Nobody Wants to Die, which you probably remember a trailer for it. It was a guy sitting in a bar and the bar explodes. And then he rewinds time to find out who planted the bomb in the bar.
Was this at a Keeley show or something?
Yeah, it was at one. You might not have seen it. So Nobody Wants to Die takes place in like 2600 New York in the cyberpunk hellscape in which nobody dies and everybody lives forever and everybody just swaps into new bodies.
Okay.
And you are a washed up film noir detective who has to go solve a real murder in which someone was actually killed for realsies. And it's got a bunch of film noir trappings and a lot of interesting cutscenes, and the guy's going through like body rejection, hallucinations. And you're getting to a crime scene and walking and talking with your partner over the radio as you use your crime scene detection tools to fast forward and rewind time at the crime scene and use like an X-ray machine to look through clues or follow blood trails and stuff like that. Very story heavy, like very on rails. It feels like a game made entirely out of the crime scene investigation parts from the Condemned series.
Okay.
But with like a film noir thing. Really cool.
I was thinking of the crime scene investigation in Remember Me.
Oh, I don't think I got that
Okay, it had scenes like this where you played with time forward and backward to recreate the scene.
It's got like a really cool little detail that like really set up just how interesting it was for me, where you have to get your badge in the mail because you were discharged and your badge number is 984. And then because you're discharged, because you're probably suffering from like body rejection fatigue, your partner has to call in their badge for you to get the evidence. And it's badge number 116,600 something because your character's 154 years old.
Okay.
It's a very interesting premise. And it's very like it's this nice like film noir cyberpunk thing where it's always raining and it's always nighttime because you're underground in a mega structure, and the sky is just more structure and it's just always leaking.
Cool. Very Blade Runner-ish.
Very much so. Then the last game I played was yesterday, and it's called Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. We have talked a lot about fake PS2 games and fake GBA games. This is the realest fake Game Boy Advance game that has ever existed.
I can't believe I spelt that right on the first try.
I know, right? I know. You play as a little bat guy who has a yo-yo that basically plays like the vampire killer from Castlevania, as you are going through a top-down Game Boy Advance aesthetic little world.
Fuck and
doing a bunch of really excellent Game Boy Advance style combat and puzzling and all that stuff. Super charming, great music.
It's new.
Feels like Minish Cap.
Yeah, okay.
Like a really, really excellent Minish Cap. But of special note is that when you go into the game, you can choose how large the screen wants to be. Do you like for pixel scaling?
Mm-hmm.
And you can also choose, do you want to play it on a fake Game Boy Advance or a fake Game Boy Advance SP? And do you want the LCD marker to be on?
Mm-hmm.
And do you want the glass to be on? And so I played it with the LCD screen and the glass on, and you can tell that the human being playing the fake Game Boy Advance is in a soccer field from the reflection.
Okay,
and that there are scratches on the glass.
See, the funny part about this type of this type of things, I was pretending that most of us did not just play these games via emulation years later. Like
doesn't matter.
You bought a handful of Game Boy games, and you emulated the fuck out of like 80% of them, and you got to play them with full color.
I'll send you a screenshot of like what it actually looks like with the fake Game Boy Advance with the scratches and the glass. It looks fucking perfect.
Wow.
It looks like a screen, like looks like a photo on your phone of somebody playing a Game Boy Advance game.
Nice. And then it cuts to like fully animated FMVs every once in a while in this trailer. So
super cool game. Plays really good, sounds really good, has all this cool visual gimmickry, has a cute little Zelda style open world. It feels like a Game Boy Advance game that could have been, aside from the fact that the visual fidelity on the animation and some of the sound and music is way too high.
Okay.
Like it has that Shovel Knight thing where every now and then you're like, there's no.
They could not have done this. Fuck off. Yeah. 1,000,000%.
But that's it. That's everything.